So welcome back students. Now we'll discuss some important doubts of compound angles of trigonometric functions. Question number 3a, tan A equals to half is given and tan B equals to 1 by 3 is given. Tan B equals to 1 by 3 and we have to find the value of A plus B only, not tan A plus B. But we will use the formula of tan A plus B as it contains A plus B, which we have to find. And in terms of tan A plus tan B, which are given over 1 minus tan A into tan B. So tan A is 1 by 2, tan B is 1 by 3 over 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. Now if you add the numerator, it is giving 5 by 6, denominator is also giving 5 by 6, they are cancelled 1. But we have to find A plus B, not tan A plus B. So 1 is in terms of 10, we know that tan 45 degrees is 1, but we write it in terms of radians, pi by 4. So the answer is A plus B equals to pi by 4. So always leave the answer in radian form, not in degree form. Similarly, we can solve question number 3b also. If cos A equals to 3 by 5, sin B equals to 5 by 13. Okay. Cos A equals to 3 by 5 and sin B equals to 5 by 13. Find tan A plus B. This time we have to find tan A plus B. But what is given to us? Cos A is given and sin B is given. And nothing is given about A and B. Means what? It means that whether they are lying in first quadrant or second quadrant or third quadrant or fourth quadrant. So we have to take different cases for this. First we will find tan A. So what will be the value of tan A? Remember, there will be 4 values of tan A. Or think about this. In which quadrant cos A is positive? Can you tell? In which quadrant cos A is positive? Cos A equals to 3 by 5, which is positive. Means A lies in which quadrant? Either in first also, or in fourth. Either in first quadrant or in fourth. So if we draw a triangle now, a right angle triangle with this angle as A, reference angle. We know that this side is perpendicular, this side is base, and this side is hypotenuse. And cos A is the ratio of what? Cos A is the ratio of base upon hypotenuse. So we will take base equals to 3, hypotenuse equals to 5, as these are the members of Pythagorean triplet. So we can directly write perpendicular equals to 4. So using this, we can find the value of tan A. So tan A we know that is equal to perpendicular upon base. So it is 4 by 3. This is when A lies in first quadrant, which is case 1. We have proved this. Or one more case is also possible when tan A is in fourth quadrant. If A is in fourth quadrant, which type of sign does this tan A have? Positive or negative? fourth quadrant, we know that 10 is negative. Value is 4 by 3, but it will be now positive when A is in fourth quadrant. So this is first case when 10 equals to 4 by 3. Second case when 10 equals to minus 4 by 3. Now we have to find the value of 10b also using the value of sin b given in the question. It is given that sin b equals to 5 by 13. It means that it is positive. So b either lies in first quadrant or in second quadrant, as we know that sin theta is positive in first quadrant or in second quadrant. So B either belongs to first quadrant or belongs to second quadrant. So there are two possibilities. Now we using these parameters, these value of sin B, we will again draw a triangle. And this time the reference angle is angle B. Don't think these two angles to be the angles of the same triangle. They are of the different triangle. Okay. Now we know that sine is the ratio of perpendicular upon hypotenuse. It means value of perpendicular is 5. Value of hypotenuse is 13. So at the same time base is Pythagorean, using Pythagorean triplet, as all these are the members of Pythagorean triplet. So base will be the third member, which is 12. Okay. So using this, we can find the value of 10b, which is equal to what? Perpendicular upon base. 10b equals to perpendicular upon base, which is equal to what? Plus in first quadrant. If it is lying in first quadrant, then 10b equals to perpendicular upon base 5 by 12. Or if it lies in second quadrant, we have proved above that B either lies in first quadrant or in second quadrant. Okay. So if it lies in second quadrant we know that 10 is negative. So it is minus 5 by 12. So 4 cases do arise now. How? Four cases do arise to find the value of 10a plus b. First case, A is in first quadrant, B is in first quadrant. Then 10a plus b, we have to find 10a plus b. Look at this. We have to find 10a plus b equals to 10a plus 10b over 1 minus 10a into 10b. Now value of 10a when it is lying in first quadrant, this is 4 by 3. Okay. Plus 10b when it lies in first quadrant is 5 by 12 over 1 minus 4 by 3 into 5 by 12. I think there is no doubt in understanding this. 12. So 4 4 is 16 plus 5, and in the denominator LCM is 36. 12 3 are 36. So it is 36 minus 4 5s are 20. So the value of 10a plus b, which we are finding right both the sides, equals to 16 plus 5, 21 by 12 into, this is 16 by 36, and we write it in the form of its reciprocal as we have to divide. And now simplify it by writing it once more before cancelling. So the answer is 75 by 16. It is 21 actually, not 25. So the answer is 63 by 16. Case second, A belongs to first quadrant and B belongs to what? B is in two quadrants, either in first or second. So B belongs to second quadrant. Then clearly tan A is positive, its value is 4 by 3. But in second quadrant, tan B is negative, that is its value will be minus pi by 12. So in that case, using the same formula tan A plus B, we will get tan A plus tan B over 1 minus tan A into tan B. That is 4 by 3 minus 5 by 12 over 1 minus minus plus 4 by 3 into 5 by 12, which is again equal to LCM is 12. So 16 minus 5 over LCM is 36. 36 plus 20. This will be 11 by 12 over 56 by 36. So 11 by 12 into 36 by 56. So 12 3 are 36 over 56. 11 3 are 33 by 56. So this is the second case, second value of tan A plus B. First value is 63 by 16. Second value is 33 by 56. Check the calculations. Correct. Then we take the third case, as there are four cases we already have discussed. A is in fourth quadrant. Look at this. A is in fourth quadrant. We have written this is. And B is in first quadrant. So when A lies in fourth quadrant and B lies in first quadrant, then tan A will be negative, as tan A is negative in fourth quadrant. So it will be minus 4 by 3. We can find it from this also, as we know that in first quadrant A is positive, tan A is positive, but in fourth quadrant tan A is negative. So we can directly write minus 4 by 3. And again, tan B is in first quadrant, so it will be positive. So in place of this negative, it will be only 5 by 12. So tan A plus B is again tan A plus tan B over 1 minus tan A into tan B. LCM of the numerator is 12. So minus 16 plus 5. And denominator LCM is 36. So 36 plus 20. You can simplify first, then take the LCM also, but to save the time, I am doing it directly. So minus 11 by 12 over 56 by 36, clearly 12 3 36. So it is minus 33 by 56. And fourth part, A is in second quadrant and B is in, A is in fourth quadrant, sorry, and B is in second quadrant. So both will be negative. Tan A equals to minus 4 by 3, tan B equals to minus 5 by 12. Clearly, it is just opposite to the case 1. So in case 1, we have obtained tan A plus B equals to 63 by 16. And what it will give? Just opposite to that, minus 63 by 16. So there are four answers. 63 by 16, 33 by 56, minus 33 by 56, and minus 63 by 60. Question number 3 is also very important. Please see, if theta is obtuse, means this time it is already given that theta lies in second quadrant, as we know that second quadrant lies between 90 degree to 180 degree, and obtuse angle also lies between 90 degree to 180 degree. Again, phi is acute. If phi is acute, it means phi is in first quadrant. Now sin theta is given 3 by 5. Then phi is given 5 by 12. And we have to find the value of sin theta plus phi. So first of all, recall the formula for sin theta plus phi. So in question number 3c, if theta is obtuse, given 3c, theta is obtuse means theta will lie between 90 degree to 120 degree, that is theta is in second quadrant. Sin theta equals to 3 by 5 is given. Again, phi is acute, means phi lies between 0 degree to 90 degree, means phi belongs to first quadrant. Tan phi equals to 5 by 12. We know that all the trigonometric ratio in first quadrant are positive, so tan phi is also positive. Then what we have to find? Sin theta plus phi. So how will you find sin theta plus phi? First you write the formula for sin A plus B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin theta is given. Cos phi is not given. Draw a triangle. This angle is phi. Tan we know that is the ratio of perpendicular and base. Perpendicular equals to 5, base equals to 12, and hypotenuse is 13, as they are the members of Pythagorean triplet. So cos phi, as it is in first quadrant, so cos phi will be positive, and cos is the ratio of base upon hypotenuse. So base 12, hypotenuse 13. So the value of cos phi is 12 by 13. Next is cos theta. So draw another triangle. In this reference angle is theta. So if reference angle is theta, sin theta is the ratio of perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular 3, hypotenuse 5. So base is 4. So we need the value of cos theta. And in second quadrant, we know that is cos theta is negative. Minus base upon hypotenuse, that is minus base is 4, hypotenuse is 5. Now use these values in the given equation. Sin theta plus 5 equals to sin theta cos phi plus cos theta sin phi. So the value of sin theta is 3 by 5 into cos phi 12 by 13 plus cos theta negative minus 4 by 5 into sin phi. We have to find sin phi also. And in first quadrant, sin phi is also positive, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So 36 minus 20 upon 13 5 is 65. That is 16 by 65 is the answer. So let's now discuss question number 3D. Okay, 3D. If a plus b equals to 45 degree, show that 1 plus 10 into 1 plus 10b equals to 2. This is the first part. First complete this one only. It is given that a plus b equals to 45 degree, and we have to prove that 1 plus 10a into 1 plus 10b equals to what? 2. Okay. So to prove this, first we write a plus b equals to 45 degree. Then take 10 both sides. So it is 10 a plus b equals to 1045 degree. Formula for 10a plus b is 10a plus 10b over 1 minus 10a into 10b equals to formula for 1045 degrees 1. Formula value. Cross multiplying we get 10a plus 10b equals to 1 minus 10a into 10b. And what we have to prove? 1 plus 10 into 1 plus 10b. So transfer all the terms to the same side. So 10a plus 10b plus 10a into 10b, as we have to bring positive in left hand side. If you expand it, it is 1 plus 10a plus 10b plus 10a 10b. So 1 is lacking. If we add 1 to the both sides, we are getting 1 plus 10a also. And if we take 10b common from these two, we are again getting 1 plus 10a. And we have added 1 to the left hand side, so add 1 to the right hand side also. It will bring 2 also, which we want to find. When we take 1 common from first two terms, 1 into 1 plus 10 plus 10b is common in next two. So 10b into 1 plus 10a, which is equal to 2. Now, if you look at this, 1 plus 10b is 1 plus 10a is common in both the brackets. So when you take it common, it is 1 plus 10b equals to 2. Hence 2. In second part, we have to find the value of tan 22.5 degree using this. As we know that for 22.5 degrees, the half of a and b. So a plus b equals to 45 degree. And if we make them equal, so a plus a equals to 45 degree, that is 2a equals to 45 degree. So a equals to 22.5 degree. So use this value of a in this. So it is 1 plus tan 22.5 degree in both the brackets. So whole square equals to 2. So taking a square root both side, 1 plus tan 22.5 degree, as 22.5 degree will be positive, lying in first quadrant, equals to root 2. So when we transfer this 1 to left hand side, the value of tan 22.5 degree will be root 2 minus 1.